Hi guys, it's Buki here from TechCity and I'm back with the TechCity news update. And in the news today, the EU to allow passengers use phones mid-flight from 2023. Also, Google HustleAcademy graduates 5,000 African entrepreneurs. And New Zealand government to charge Google and Meta platforms for posting news from local media outlets. I'll be right back with details after this. The European Union has ruled that by June 2023, airlines can provide 5G technology and slower mobile data access on board planes. Based on this ruling, passengers could say goodbye to setting their smartphones on airplane mode while airborne. EU member states may have to make the 5G frequency bands available for passengers to use their phones mid-flight for calls and possibly use data-heavy apps to stream music and videos. The EU Commission had in 2008 reserved frequency bands for aircraft to allow some services to offer mid-air internet access, but the plan did not exactly take off. In 2020, the US Federal Communications Commission protested plans to allow in-flight voice and data service via mobile wireless frequencies, saying that there was strong opposition, including from airline pilots and flight attendants on safety and national security grounds. Meanwhile, the EU's proposed 5G connections will be provided using special network equipment called a picocell that connects the in-flight network to the ground via satellite. Elsewhere, Google has held graduation events in Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa to celebrate 5,000 business owners who have completed its HustleAcademy training program. Launched in February this year, the HustleAcademy provides practical business trainings which helps business owners learn the soft skills that complements their hard talents through peer-to-peer and mentor-driven learnings. This year's graduates were chosen from nearly 10,000 applications. The 5,000 graduates come from 23 cohorts who attended 5 days virtual boot camp where they learned how to define their business strategy, increase sales, and how to pitch for investor funding. Each business also received one-on-one mentoring sessions to address specific pain points in their businesses and got advice from a network of trained mentors and coaches. At the event, Google also announced a new speaker series where successful African entrepreneurs would share lessons and advice aimed at helping entrepreneurs and small businesses thrive. And before we go, the New Zealand government will soon introduce a law requiring big tech companies such as Google and Meta and their platforms to pay New Zealand media companies for the local news content that appear on their feeds. The New Zealand Minister of Broadcasting, Willie Jackson, said in a statement that the legislation will be similar to laws in Australia and Canada. The Australian government had in 2021 introduced a law that gave the government power to make internet companies negotiate content supply deals with media outlets, which reportedly largely worked. Meanwhile, New Zealand says its news media, particularly small regional and community newspapers, are struggling to remain financially viable as more advertising budgets focus on online platforms. It is critical that those benefiting from their news content actually pay for it, Jackson added. The new legislation will go to a vote in Parliament where the governing Labour Party's majority is expected to pass it. And that's all for me on the TechCity news update. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment for me below. And until next time, bye.